Welcome to Binge Diaries. I have thoughts, so let's unpack. This is Runaways season 3, and before we get into this video, I just want to kind of explain what is going on because this sets of videos is going to be different from how the ones were previously. I did like one or two in detail of each episode, and this one's going to be like bullet points, moving fast. And that is because somehow my videos had errors uploading. Unfortunately, I did not know that. And then something just told me to check my videos because I don't check for views. I don't check for likes, and then comments will notify me when I get one. So I literally don't do anything. Like I don't watch them back. I don't nothing. But something told me to go look. I thought I had learned from previous bad habits and uploading errors and stuff like this, but this is one that I never really encountered before because it was each one of my videos and they were uploaded at different times on different days, so I was very confused. And I had deleted the videos after I upload them because I need the space. Like, I'm running out of space on everything, so I need the space. I delete. I don't have them anymore. But I did not want to just leave it high and dry. That's very weird. I already feel like I did that with Grey's Anatomy and Scandal. Yeah. And those were entirely too long to go back through. Yeah, no. So this season though, I'm gonna go ahead and run through it. I'm not gonna go detailed after thing. I'm just really gonna touch on the important stuff that happened in each episode. I might be doing 3 or 4 episodes per video, just because I'm not hitting on every detail and it's not gonna be like a lot, but it's still insightful. Like, I'm not ripping nobody off on this or nothing like that. So yeah, with that being said, let's go ahead and get into the video. Okay, so this is Runaways season 3 episode 1, and really quick, I have to say that this was one of my favorites because it did not disappoint. It came out straight with a bang. Like, it was thing after thing after thing. You really, really, really should watch this twice just in case you missed something by focusing on one thing, like myself. But I really, really enjoyed this. I really did. The important takeaway from this episode is, thanks to Zavin, we now know who's inside who. We know Jonah is inside Victor, but Stacy has Jonah's wife. She's evil. She's, supposed to be the worst of the worst. That is very clear. Should have been in Tina, because Tina is, but I guess Tina is the younger of the two out of her and Stacy, and Tina is the host of Jonah's other daughter, not Carolina. So he told Carolina of the brother, but did not speak of the sister or the wife. Keep that in mind. Now, the son is still out there, and according to Zavin, he is stone cold crazy and ruthless. He takes after his mother. So she is like, they need to find him. Like, clearly, he would jumped into a host just like they did that was at the site. So I'm thinking it's one of the kids. At first, I was thinking it was Nico. Watch and see if I was right. I still kind of think that while Jonah them is gathering up their people, I still think that the kids will do the same with Zavin. Like, maybe they'll gather up the good people if it was like other people on the ship with them and not just those 3 or those 4. But yeah, so, which I think it was. I'm not really too sure how that goes, but anywho, episode 2 didn't really have much going on. Dale was like, he kidnapped Gert, took her clean wherever, and he, instead of like, I guess, holding her hostage, he's like teaching her and showing her deeper into like her powers and stuff, like showing her and old ladies, or I guess training them and to be more in sync, I guess, which is good. And then Gert did something weird and had me thinking that the son is in her. Yeah, the son was definitely in her. And then Stacy comes, and it's actually Stacy, and she's telling them to like leave and stuff. So she is still like lucid and in there. So she didn't die yet. She's not like gone from the host or whatever. So that's good. Now for episode 3, a couple of things happened, if I'm remembering correctly. First off, Gert is back with the gang. She escaped the evil Stacy, and Dale got away as well. He was telling Gert to go find Molly. So yeah, she's back with the gang. They freed everybody from the pod, all except for Janet. So I feel bad for Chase. And then also, remember how I was saying like the whole sentimental sweet thing about Darius, and how they Alex and Jeffrey would realize just what Darius meant for them if the pew pew wasn't used for nothing and all that. Well, I was wrong. Turns out it was definitely used in a murder. And yeah, so they was gonna be looking at a long time. But then Kat did something stupid. Well, I actually can't say it was stupid. I'm actually glad she did it because she actually did kill Darius. She, that is something that really did happen, and she did that on her own. But yeah, but their alibis would have came back that they did not commit the crime at the liquor store. So I just feel like they should have seen it through. But yeah, she confessed. Yay. Now the last thing that I can remember about thinking of during this episode is that love triangle between Zavin, Carolina, and Nico. I don't know. I just feel like Nico is going to either do, it's going to one or two things. Something is going to happen to Nico and it's going to force like Carolina and Zavin to be together. It's either Nico dies or she embraces her dark power Wicca magic, and because dark is opposite of light, her and Carolina are not going to mesh well, I guess you could say, and that's going to push her closer to Zavin. Either way, I think something is going to happen and Zavin is going to end up with his greatest love. I don't really know. I feel like it's gonna be a plot twist. I remember thinking it's gonna be a plot twist, and I was right. Stay tuned for episode 4. But yeah, I was right. It is a plot twist, but not in the way that I was originally thinking, and it's pointless for me to say what way now, but yeah. And while we're speaking of the true love, let me go ahead and just tell you really quick about episode 4. I'm not going to spoil it here, but keep in mind that Leslie is pregnant. Okay, she is big and pregnant. It did not take long because she was hiding it for so long. Like, she was not coming to terms with it. But yeah, just, that plays into the plot twist. I think I said too much. Also, in episode 4, I feel like this episode really could have been a season finale. Like, it was given that. It was given, this is the end, let's wrap it up. But there are still lots more episodes after this. So, yeah. Well, it was given season finale minus whatever happened at the end with the lady's voice that's been in Nico's head. I think her name Morgan. Yeah, and whatever with Robert. That very much gave unfinished. Yeah. What else happened? Episode 4. I cannot believe I almost, what am I glitching? My goodness. I cannot believe I almost forgot to mention this. I was shocked at what happened to Kat. I really was. And I didn't think Tamara had it in her, but I'm glad she did. Tamara is Darius' wife. And you are not going to believe who actually has the brother in him now, because he's for sure hopping from person to person to person to person. I feel like he wasn't Nico at first. I think he took over Nico when he stabbed Jonah. Yeah, I do. And then jumped to Gert because something was going on in Nico's mind. And now in somebody else. But let me know your thoughts in the comments. And if you have any show recommendations, drop them down below. Just keep them bingeable and spoiler free. Subscribe for more.